Madam President.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
We'll start the meeting 1 minute early. Correction, it is 5 p.m. Declaring we do have a quorum. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes from the 24th January 2024 meeting.
Make the motion.
Second. A motion made and seconded. Any discussion in either one? Hearing no request to speak, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anybody online, Madam President?
No, sir.
I have no comments. I'm kind of made them. I'm concentrating on item number 8. Should be a good discussion. Item 7. Public Works Director, please.
Are we skipping number 6?
Pardon?
Are we skipping number 6, committee comments? You want to hear from us?
We'll put that in there. That's usually at the end. Committee comments. Anybody have any comments? Thank you, Eric. Jen?
Nope.
You? Hey, I'm sitting on the wrong side of the table. Okay, I was told that there is no committee comment, so, Director of Public Works.
Obviously, this winter hasn't been the greatest for our skating ponds. So there was no update from the skating pond. As our parks, we normally open up daylight savings time. Unless the weather would turn, but otherwise daylight savings, just March 10th, I believe, will be the first day for the restrooms to be open at the parks. Other than that, we've been kind of cleaning the parks up a little bit. The snow has been gone. We have a couple of dead ash trees in Ripple Creek we're going to be removing here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be installing baseball diamond bags and getting the fields prepped here probably on Friday. So if there's people that like to use the fields, they'll be ready for baseball, softball, whatever else, probably starting on Friday. The only other thing I have it in your packet, you've seen gear management program. Obviously, Mr. Hobbs come here early September. We talked about the program. This year Port Edwards had 4 deer. That doesn't mean that they're all at Ripple Creek. They can be out throughout the village. One big note is they're asking to go from $20 to $25 to reimbursement. Just the cost of arrows and things like that. I did call him and kind of ask him about that, and he basically told me that they applied for the DNR grant, which if you look in the bottom, they applied for wildlife DNR grants. And if they're actually going to ask for more money for the grant, so there's a chance if they would get more funds from the grant, they could maybe be able to take that back down. I did attach the last 2 years of the invoices that the village was given for the Deer Metro program, so you guys can see. 2022 was $100. 2023 it was 20. So I mean, this year he's looking at 4 deer, so it's the $100 at $25. So we're not still within. Really not a budgeted item, but we're still within the numbers that we've been doing the last couple of years. I think it's a good program. He explained what he does. So I think now that we have a better understanding of what his part is and our part is, I feel pretty good about the program and keeping aware of what's going on and moving forward with that.
You make yourself a note to jack that up $5 for next year when it comes to budget time.
Yep, absolutely comes to the parks, general park.
We'll let the FHR either approve it or not.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. So other than that, when it comes to the parks, I don't have any thing to talk about other than, like I said, we're moving forward with our parks opening, unless anybody has any questions from about the parks.
Go to your video.
So number 8, we've had some discussion. We've had some minor break-ins at the parks over the winter. So I brought to your guys' attention here to look to purchase 2 cameras for each park with the recorder / monitor, no Wi-Fi. So the recorder will be 30-day recorder, and after 30 days, it will start over again. Some of the questions we had the last meeting was sound. Obviously, there's no sound due to the HIPAA law, and there's a little LED light on there that keep the lens from not fogging up. I'd worked with Diana on this. If you see in there, it might scribble. split this between the warming house, splash pad, and the shelter house. So this will be no budget increase, no change. We will just divide up that amount between those different areas, since we're gonna be putting one at the park, which will also be at the splash pad, one at the warming house, and one at Ripple Creek.
So you're saying they are covered?
Yes, we can cover within our budget that we have now. We're not changing anything. Nothing really needs to be changed budget wise. We're gonna start with two. It's, we're gonna try to hit the corners. It's installed by Mobile Lock. He's looked at them. I mean, like everything else, you might miss a corner here, but we're gonna start with two, and if we need to add them, we can bring them back for further discussion. But I did talk to Chief Drew about this, and obviously this will be, if there's any issue, Chief Drew will be the one. When he installed, he'll be able to chew the monitors off, so has the authority to get in there, relook at the videos.
So question I have is cameras at Ripple is gonna be right in the bathroom?
They're gonna be, one's gonna be
The
facing,
warming house?
one's gonna be facing towards the pavilion.
Okay.
And then the other one's gonna be facing up towards us as you're walking down the sidewalk.
And the DVR is gonna be where, inside the warming house?
In the warming house, we have a utility room where the furnace is, so we'll have it inside that locked utility room.
Same thing at Alexander Park, it's gonna be in that locked facility room?
Yep, one will be facing the splash pad down here, and one will be facing more of the playgrounds.
And that will be where secured?
So that'll be down in the utility room. Basically, both will be in the furnace room, hung up on the wall, which the one down at the other park is locked all the time. The one down here is that's open if people rent it. And if we see an issue, we could build a box around it. He's gonna put a kind of area that's not gonna be noticed. I mean, people are renting the shelter and it's damaged. Obviously, they'll get their refund back, and we can address that situation.
Okay.
I think personally speaking, I would like to see this develop and to see, if it helps us, prevent some damage down there, or if damage is getting the perpetrator. And I would like to know your three folks' opinion. Eric, you already had told your Jen and Madam President.
Yeah, I think I mean, if we're having issues down there, I don't see why it would be a bad thing, and then it would, either catch the perpetrator or deter. So,
Jen?
Is the damage more than the cost of the cameras? Like in the long run, obviously. not
We
just-
haven't had anything, and if somebody knocks a toilet off or, definitely you would, if a plumber comes in. I mean, right now we've had minor damages. We've had some spray painting on some slides and down in the shelter. I mean, we haven't had damage. Our damage so far, probably in the last year and a half, has equaled the $3,000. I mean, we don't claim it. I mean, the bill is just, it's paint and things. I guess my worry is if somebody goes in there and knocks off 2 toilets or,
on the other,
that would be my more concern, are with the slides at Ripple Creek or the splash pad, if they go spray paint, graffiti, or break something at the splash pad.
the other thing is, because it's at parks, if a kid goes missing or something like that, that might be helpful in figuring something out too.
Then talking about kids, if they say, God, the village got cameras down here, where else do they have them? What does the school got, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're gonna get a sign up and hang. I mean, it's just whatever. We all know you're not gonna catch everything, you're not gonna stop
Right.
everything, but I guess we're
Sure.
trying to be proactive to not come to you guys with a big claim with damage.
It's gonna be a pain in the butt for bathroom damage, inside bathrooms, because we have the same issue at school.
Mhm.
Stuff happens in there and 14 people go in and out, and then how do you
Mhm.
narrow it down? So just having it, but even in the school district, they know that we have cameras all over the place and they
You
still
can
do
narrow the
stupid stuff,
times down, hopefully.
hopefully. But you don't know the damage until after, so.
We check the parks twice a day, and Eric's right. So, I mean, if you go there at 7 in the park was good, and 20 people went through it, and at 3 o'clock you check the camera, obviously those 20 people are questioned, but that's.
Granted, you
Okay.
probably could look at the people and eliminate 75% of them and go, yeah, Eric Saylor was in the bathroom, pretty sure it wasn't him, right? Like, or maybe not.
It's not a big, I mean, if you
Now
look
he's
at
gonna
it,
do it.
Challenging.
there's a lot better programs out there, and I'm sure Trustee Saylor could, I mean, this is a good starting program. I mean, that's.
Mhm.
Okay, the chair will entertain a motion to approve and move this purchase of, for mobile lock and security onto the board.
So move. I'll make a motion to accept the proposal from Mobile Lock and Security for the cost of $29.44 for 6 cameras at the 2 park locations.
Second.
Second by trustee Moore. Any further discussion? Hearing no request to speak, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carried. Old business. New business. Anybody got any correspondence? Any agenda items for next meeting? Cameras ain't gonna be working that much. I was just gonna say we will preview of how they're working. I have nothing and you two are gonna be gone, so it'll be Jen and I and I call in too. I can call. Oh, you can? Oh, okay. So then we gotta worry. If you think of anything, get a hold of me, so we can get it all on the agenda. The next meeting date is March 27th. The time is at 4 o'clock, right after the 3:30 Public Works meeting. Without objection, I will declare the meeting adjourned at 5:11 PM. Oh, wait a minute, we better make that 5:10 because the Madam President started it, so a minute early.